Hey guys, what is up? It's Kat here. Thank you so very much for coming back and joining me today. I hope that you all have been doing so well as always. I want to wish an extra special welcome to everyone who has joined the channel here, joining us for our journey, fellow Avatar and Korra fans. Welcome! Thank you so very much for being here. I know a lot of you guys subscribed after my first Korra video, which thank you all so much for the love. I'm very excited to have you here. It means a lot to me, and it's especially exciting as we head into February here, where there's definitely going to be a big Avatar renaissance as we await the arrival of the Netflix live-action adaptation. So welcome, happy to have you here. Thank you guys so much for all the comments and everything, sharing your thoughts on Korra. I promise I've been reading them. I've just been very crappy about responding to them, but I will definitely be getting to it. A lot of you shared really great input about your love for the show, so it's really nice to hear that this show actually, for many of you, exceeds, Avatar for some of you, and that you prefer Legend of Korra. So that only fuels my excitement as we embark on the series even more. So thank you for being here and joining me for these reactions and hyping them up. It's been really nice to hear really good positive feedback about the show, and especially your guys' commentary as we delve into the conflict at hand here of the Equalists versus Benders. I really enjoyed reading a lot of your guys' interpretations and your kind of thoughts about bending and what it would mean to lose it. Somebody commented something actually really intriguing, that you would liken bending, or rather the loss of bending, to be, equated to like the loss of a limb, like it is an integral part of you. So it was really enlightening to read some of your guys' opinions about what it actually means for the Benders to, lose their capability here. I'm very excited about this conflict, and again, what this can mean on a personal level for Korra and Amon, seeing that she still has to unlock her spiritual training and that she's maybe in a way neglected it in favor of working on her elements, and learning all of the elements, which she clearly excels at, and she's a boss. I really love her as a character, but of course she has yet to tap into the spiritual side, and now here comes Amon bragging that he has this power that has only seemingly been reserved for the Avatar historically. So it was really fun to hear your guys' thoughts about that, the conflict at hand here. Thank you so much for joining me. We're gonna head into the next 3 episodes here. I'm so excited. I actually filmed that first reaction before Christmas time, so I haven't watched since. It's been killing me, but I've been so tempted to just watch, but I know I need to film my reactions. So let's see where we go from here. We left off on a kind of grim note when Korra is delivering the message to Tenzin that she has seen Amon strip people of their bending with her own eyes. She knows it works, she knows that it's permanent, and that he's not just playing around. And Tenzin definitely expresses a little bit of fear here that this is a true severe threat, and as he said, no bender is safe. So let's get into it. Episode 4, The Voice in the Night. Korra is recruited to join forces with Tarlok, a member of the council, who seeks a way to free the city from the grips of Equalist forces. Let's go! We're getting right into the conflict here. Let's go!
Benders be on alert. Avatar Korra discovers a terrifying truth. Is she prepared to face such a frightening foe?
It's gonna get scary. Oh, F! Is she having a nightmare? Is this a dream? Or is this real? No! Her chi. No, this can't be real.
After I take your bending away, you will be nothing.
Don't sleep with your window open, girl. Although they broke in anyway.
I just had a bad dream.
We need to create a task force to find Amon and bring him to justice.
A move that aggressive would only further divide benders and non-benders. This is just another one of your ploys to gain more power, isn't it?
Republic City was threatened by another dangerous man. Your father wasn't afraid to deal with him head on.
How dare you compare yourself to Avatar Aang?
I will stop Amon before it's too late.
I actually really like his hair.
Good evening, my fellow Equalists. Bending oppressors of this city will stop at nothing to quash our revolution. The time has come for Benders to experience fear.
Tenzin was right. Only aggravated the situation.
How could you not see me?
Whoa!
Are you okay? Did I hurt you? Oh, I'm such an idiot. You're Mako, right? You play for the Fire Ferrets. My name's Asami. Let me make this up to you somehow. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Kwang's Cuisine. It's a date?
Yeah, I guess so.
Ooh, Korra's got a challenger. She's really gorgeous. She's like dreamy.
We are grateful for.
I'm not interrupting, am I?
Who let you in?
We're about to eat dinner.
Good, because I am absolutely famished. You must be the famous Avatar Korra. I am Councilman Tarlock. Infiltrating Amon's rally. Now, that took some real initiative. I am assembling a task force. I need someone who will help me attack Amon directly. And that someone is you.
I can't. I came to Republic City to finish my Avatar training with Tenzin.
I'm not giving up on you just yet.
She's definitely secretly afraid, I think.
Welcome to Kwong's cuisine, Master Mako.
Master? The scarf stays.
I caught all of your matches this season. I can't wait to see you play in the tournament.
We don't have the cash to ante up for the championship pot. Pardon me, Miss Sato. Your main course wouldn't happen to be related to Hiroshi Sato, creator of the Sato Mobile?
Yeah, he's my dad.
Get out of town!
She's totally gonna fork up the pot for them to go to the championship.
Hello, teammate. Ta-da!
Wow,
Aw.
thanks. What's this for?
You saved me from Amon.
Oh, that?
I will take away your bending forever. I mean, that is scary stuff. I still can't sleep well.
Oh, shoot. So maybe she's gonna end up with Bolin. I'm making premature predictions here, but if Mako's got a new girl now.
Very impressive, Mr. Sato. I understand you're dirt poor. Young man.
What an opener.
I'd hate to see you lose your chance at winning the championship. I'm going to sponsor the Fire Ferrets in the tournament.
I promise the Fire Ferrets will make the most of this opportunity.
Whoa.
Tarlock's gifts are getting more and more extravagant, but I just wanted to make sure your decision was for the right reason. It's okay to be scared. The whole city is frightened by what's been going on. I'm always here for you if you want to talk.
I love him.
Avatar Korra, I have something for you.
I'm not joining this task force.
Tarlock is throwing a gala in your honor.
I'm not sure what Tarlock's plotting, but keep your guard up.
Korra, if you'll excuse us, the city awaits its hero.
Oh, no, that is not a toilet! Oh, dear.
It's so great.
To introduce Hiroshi Sato.
His daughter's coming for your mans.
This is my daughter, Asami.
Mako told me so much about you. He hasn't mentioned you at all. How did you two meet?
Mr. Sato agreed to sponsor our team.
Terrific.
Just because the city's throwing you this big to-do, don't think you're something special. You've done absolutely nothing to deserve this.
What happened? Who hurt you? Lynn?
Why have you refused to join Tarlock's task force as the Avatar? Shouldn't you be going after Amon?
I've never backed away from anything in my life.
How do you think Avatar Aang would have handled this?
Are you afraid of Amon?
I'm not afraid of anybody. I'll join Tarlock's task force and help fight Amon.
He swindled her.
Headline, folks. Tonight we will execute a raid on an underground chi blocker training camp where equalists train chi blocking in secret.
Oh, I'm so nervous. Ooh, ow, frozen.
I'm going after those two.
All right, she's in the zone now. She is, flip. Never mind. Yes.
We make a good team, Avatar. Avatar Korra has bravely answered the call to action.
Amon remains at large. Why have you failed to locate him? Because Amon is hiding in the shadows like a coward. I challenge you to a duel. No task force, no chi blockers. Tonight at midnight on Avatar Aang Memorial Island.
Girl, what you
I
doing?
took a chase and settle this thing.
Well, that escalated.
Why didn't you accept the new silk scarf I bought for you last week?
This scarf was my father's. It keeps me safe.
I was rooting for him and Korra. There's nothing wrong with her. She's perfectly nice and sweet.
Korra, this is madness.
Don't try to stop me and don't follow me.
If anything goes wrong, I have a fleet of police airships ready to swoop down.
This is escalating a lot faster than I thought it would.
Guess you're a no-show, Amon.
Ugh, flip. Run! Oh, F. Ah, flip. That's cheating.
I received your invitation, young Avatar.
No! Oh.
It would be the simplest thing for me to take away your bending right now. You'd only become a martyr. But I assure you, and I will destroy you.
Ow! Youch. Is that Aang? Is that a flashback?
Korra,
He ambushed me.
did he take your bending away?
No. I was so terrified. I've been scared this whole time.
Admitting your fears is the first and most difficult step in overcoming them.
I just love him so much. Now hold the phone though. That looked like it was so quick and brief. Yes, that looks like Toph, older Toph, the metal benders, which makes sense. That looks like Sokka. Aang, I think, because it's obviously not Tenzin. Is that grown-up Aang? Is this the others, you know, the conflict? Ooh, okay, whoa. Flip, Aang. Is this the conflict that the council was referring to, that Tarlok was calling out Tenzin, referring to, you know, in the past when they've had an issue like this, or a threat to Republic City and peace? What did Aang do to step in? And it looks like Aang eliminated him, but look at that hatred and that intensity in his eyes. Like, this is actually a really interesting tidbit. If she starts to have like flashbacks, like Aang's memories, that could be really, really cool. Especially now that she's encountering kind of her first trials and tribulations here. Again, you know, it's kind of playing out. She was very sheltered at her training compound, very much had a protective, controlled environment to just train, but not necessarily have any other concerns, not another care in the world other than focusing on her honing the elements and whatnot. That was her only task. And now she's being like tasked with the biggest, you know, campaign here to try to be the face of, you know, taking down Amon. She's already the face of safety and like protection for all of Republic City now, or at least there's that pressure on her from the press and everything. That is another element that is really kind of playing in more than I thought it would. The campaign aspect, the publicity side, the cameras all over the place is something that like Aang never had to experience, and everywhere he went, you know, if he would pronounce that he was the Avatar, people were like doubting him, versus Korra constantly has people in her face from the community, from the press. She really is on like a campaign of sorts with people questioning her, doubting her. So she has more of this sense of having to prove herself. Similarly with Aang though, you know, people saw this 12-year-old kid and questioned, you know, whether he was the Avatar. So he had to prove his worth as well, and that he wasn't just a child. It definitely is having some backlash that she had such a controlled, sheltered upbringing and line of training, and now is truly being thrown in trial by fire into the literal deep end with one of the biggest threats that has faced Republic City since this incident here with Aang in the past. I feel like that she's having this specific flashback in particular. I'm making premature predictions here, but you know, there's a lot of hatred here in Aang's, you know, eyes, and that's not what he was about. He wasn't intense like that as a child. Yeah, when he would tap into the Avatar state, he would go off the rails at some points, but I feel like when he went a little too far and he pushed his own bounds too far, he would have, you know, a kind of soul-searching, you know, collective moment, and he would recognize and almost have like some regret about that, because that's not who he was by nature. And here Korra is, you know, being faced with this task of you have to eliminate Amon, and she already felt the pressure here to prematurely challenge him to a duel. Even as Amon said, he was like, this is not our time, this is way too soon. She's already being pressured to eliminate Amon with this similar attitude, this aggression, this intensity here, just completely wipe him out, which is what Tenzin is urging against. And perhaps that has to do with Tenzin knows and recalls from his own father's past that when faced with a similar situation like this, maybe Aang too was forced to take action and just eliminate him single-handedly, you know, whoever this former person was. But there's a look in his eyes there. That's not Aang. That's not what Aang is about, and I'm sure there's a lesson of regret in that hopefully we will learn from Tenzin going forward. Now that Korra has opened up to him, I'm hoping that he will counsel her through this by perhaps, you know, alluding to what he saw in his own father, and if Aang expressed regrets when he was forced to act, you know, with aggression and this kind of anger and intensity, and there is hatred in his eyes. So I love that we're getting right into it here with with the conflict, so let's get into it with episode 5. Korra and her Fire Ferret teammates struggle to forgive and work as a team after certain romantic rivalries throw them off balance. I knew it! Oh, okay, let's see how this comes into play. Poor Korra, she's got to deal with the fate of the world and with her own emotions. I am salty though. There's literally nothing wrong with this Asami girl, but it's just I shipped Mako with Korra. They were headed down that direction.
Mako's affections have fallen right into the arms of the beautiful Asami.
She is beautiful.
It's been great having you at so many back-to-back practices, Korra. Team huddle time. Fire ferrets have never been this good. We're ready.
Not quite.
These new uniforms look great.
Like, there's nothing wrong with her. I shouldn't be mad at her. Okay, whoa.
Asami and I have a lunch date. There they go. Here we are.
I gotta head back to the air temple to train with Tenzin. See ya.
Oh.
What do you think of Korra in a girlfriend sort of way? I think it makes more sense for me to go for Asami. I was talking about a girlfriend for me. Some ladies for the rest of us. I don't know if she's really girlfriend material. She's more like a pal. I don't care what you think. I'm gonna ask Korra out. Keep your head out of the clouds and your priorities straight. Okay? Yeah.
It's so beautiful here during the winter.
Tell us all about the magical romance. He's all into that prissy, beautiful, elegant, rich girl. I just read a historical saga. You should do what she did. Rode a dragon into battle and burned down the entire country. It was so romantic.
Years ago, I was in the exact same situation with Tenzin. So I hung my chin out there and I confessed my love to Tenzin. And the rest is history.
Folks, after a year of waiting, tonight is the first set of matches in our
Of course, all of this drama is going down right before the tournament.
What an explosive opening volley. No wonder the Avatar's been absent from the papers lately. Strikes, who acknowledges, and all three Raveloos are down. The ferrets are on fire, and they win round 2. These ferrets are working together like a well-oiled bending machine. The Raveloos are just fighting to stay on their feet at this point.
They're getting beat up.
That's what I'm talking about. We were really connecting out there in that ring.
The two of us have been connecting really well out of the ring, too.
Sure. Asami and I.
Look, I really like you, and I think we were meant for each other.
Oh no.
I just don't feel the same way about you.
Forget I ever said anything.
No, this hurts. Oh my god. This is so bad. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Oh, the second hand. I feel it in my soul. This is so bad. That was awful.
We could go get some dinner together, sort of a date situation.
I don't feel very date-worthy.
Are you kidding me? Trust me, I know we're gonna have so much fun together.
Bolin, you're too good for this world. Alright, but it's clear though, Mako is jealous. He likes her. He just freaking lied to her face. The worst play in the book.
Oh, how do you like it? It's delicious. I didn't realize how much I missed water-type grout. Hey, who's that creepy guy over there that keeps glaring at us?
The Wolf Bats. The reigning champs, 3 years running. Don't make eye contact.
Oh god.
Uh-oh, here it
So dramatic.
Well, if it isn't the Fire Ferrets, had a couple of amateurs like you luck your way into the tournament. If you'd like to learn how a real pro band, I could give you some private lessons.
You want to go toe-to-toe with me, pretty boy?
Yes!
You are one of a kind, Korra.
Yes! Bolin treats you the way you should be treated.
What kind of game are you playing? I know you're only using him to get back at me.
I am not. We're just having fun together.
I don't want to see his heart get broken.
You're not worried about him. You're jealous. You like me.
I'm with Asami.
Yeah, but when you're with her, you're thinking about me, aren't you?
Get over yourself.
Ah, shoot. Well, they're gonna lose.
Advance into the quarterfinals. Youth clashes against experience in a battle for the ages. Korra dodges and slams right into her teammate.
You were supposed to defend while I attacked.
I had an opening, so I took it.
He's a one-man bending battalion.
Yes, Bolin.
Not sure what's eaten them, but this is not the same team who took out the Raveroos
rules.
Ugh.
Round 3 is a tie.
I know you usually handle these, but frankly, your head's not in the game. I'm gonna take this one.
Yes, Bolin! Frickin' step up!
The earthbenders will collide. Tiebreaker face-off. Bolin goes in for the grapple.
Ah!
Reverses. Another strike from Bolin, and James in the drink.
I stand corrected! Bolin frickin' saved the day!
We need to talk. Look, sometimes you can be so infuriating. As much as you drive me crazy, I also think you're pretty amazing.
So, you do like me?
Yes, but I'm feeling really confused.
No, Bolin's gonna show up. No! Thought I shipped them, but now I ship her and Bolin. Oh. Oh.
Great. Look what you did.
You're blaming me?
Darn it. No.
Well played, Korra.
You're a brother betrayer. You traitor. Guess we'll have to do this the hard way.
He's so innocent and sweet. Oh. My heart.
This should be a pulse-pounding semi-final, folks. The Buzzard Wasps open with a flawlessly executed combo. All 3 players are totally out of sync tonight.
Oh no. All those noodles.
And Bolin loses his noodles. And Mako plunges into the pool. They had better pull themselves together, folks, for round 2. Otherwise, they can kiss the finals goodbye.
He looks so sassy over there.
Hey, watch it!
Oh.
And Bolin's in the pool. Parents are their own worst enemy right now. It's just sad to watch.
The way we're playing, we don't even deserve to be in the finals. Let's just get this over with. The sooner the better.
Bolin's knocked into zone 2, followed quickly by his brother. And Bolin takes a zinger to the shoulder. Looks like it's a clean hit. The Parrot's dream of making it to the finals now rests in the Avatar's hands.
Are you okay? How's your shoulder? Ah, it's messed up pretty bad. Are we gonna be alright? Brothers, we'll get through this mess.
What an unbelievable effort here by Korra. She's dodging every
Let's go.
throw at her. It's the big caboose. Fire Ferrets are headed to the finals.
We never would have made it this far without you. I owe you.
I hope we can still be friends.
Definitely.
I hope we see you in the finals. Then we'll see who the losers really are.
The defending champs, the White Falls Wolfpack.
What a comeback, Korra. I've never seen a hat trick like that.
But if it hadn't been for you and your father, we wouldn't have had the chance to play.
Need some medical attention over here.
Oh, let me help.
Ah! Haven't you heard me enough, woman?
Relax, I'm a healer. I learned from Katana, the best there is.
Oh.
Sorry I hurt your feelings. You are one of a kind, Bolin.
Your winners, the Wolfpacks.
God, that was fast.
Secure their spot in the finals. I hope the Ferrets know
Getting taken away on stretchers. Ha! Flip! Dang, who knew the friggin' biggest threats in this were gonna be Amon and those guys? Ah! I'm scared. Shoot, I hope they don't get smoked. Assuming that their championship match maybe happens in the next episode. I kind of want to jump right into that one and then I'll debrief. I will say for now though, I love that they are striking up this balance of like, they're emphasizing Korra's youth. Like, you know, she's still a teenage girl and she has crushes and it's, you know, navigating her feelings and a love triangle all at the same time whilst trying to navigate being the savior, the protector, the avatar. You know, a lot of maturity has been kind of like thrust upon her, but especially in, you know, the scenes with her and Bolin. Okay, I don't know who I ship her with most, but you know, he's so sweet and I think he especially helps unlock the kind of innocence and youth in her again because, as you know, we talked about with the previous episode, she has lived a sheltered life and probably hasn't really developed many friendships, you know, in her training compound. You know, she's probably never, I'd be curious if she ever even interacted with other people her age. So, you know, it's fun to see her, especially paired with him. You know, I think he helps to really magnify like her youth and innocence, even though she has the weight of the world on her shoulders. So, I don't know. I'm at least glad that they have all established their feelings for each other, because that can be actually so annoying if you know two characters like each other and they're just refusing to say anything. So I'm glad they didn't like drag that out. But of course, now that unleashes a whole new can of worms. So we'll see how that interferes, you know, with all of their relationships going forward. All right, I am going to jump right into the next episode here. All right, let's get back into it. And then this will put us halfway through the first season here, because I'll probably again do 3 episodes per reaction. So episode 6, and the winner is the championship. Okay, because I couldn't wait. Korra and the Fire Ferrets prepare for the Pro Bending Championship, but can the game go on when an evil threat looms over the arena? The Equalists, are they gonna spoil the fun?
Only one team stands in their way. A wolf bat.
Oh, he's so scary.
I don't care if we are the underdogs. We can take those pompous wolf bats.
Good morning, citizens of Republic City.
Eesh.
It's time for this city to stop worshipping bending athletes as if they were heroes. To shut down the bending arena, or else there will be severe consequences.
We need to get to City Hall. You can't cancel the finals. Tarlok, there's no way you're backing down from Amon, right?
Tenzin and I agree for once.
The council is unanimous.
I thought you, of all people, would take a stand against Amon.
I will not put innocent lives at stake.
Arena is the one place where benders and non-benders gather together in peace. It's an inspiration to everyone.
You closed the arena, you let Amon win.
I'm sorry. This meeting is adjourned.
I can't believe I'm saying this. It's time that the benders of this city displayed some strength and unity.
The council is not changing its position.
Let us hear what our esteemed chief of police has in mind.
My metal benders and I will provide extra security during the championship match.
It is hard to argue with Chief Beifong's track record. I am changing my vote.
Poor Tenzin, always outvoted.
Good luck in the finals.
A word, please, Lin. I'm going to be by your side during the match.
You don't need to babysit me.
I want to make sure she's safe.
Chief Beifong, I wanted to thank you for your help.
Nope, or not.
Even when she's on my side, she's against me. What did your father do to make her hate the Avatar so much?
Her issues are with me.
Wait a second, you two were a couple.
What? Where'd you get that idea?
Your wife, Emma, stole you from Beifong.
Emma didn't steal me. Lin and I had been growing apart for some time. Like, why am I even saying this? It all happened a long time ago. Anyway, this is none of your business.
See you now, Mr. Heartbreaker.
What a plot twist.
The council defied your threat.
Everything is going according to plan.
How is the security sweep going?
I have the skies, the bay, and every nook and cranny of this place covered.
It would be nice if we could help each other out. At least for one night.
I'll try to be less abrasive than usual.
I would appreciate that.
Oh, she's totally got Toph running through her veins. Ah! That's so terrifying.
The champs and challengers face off at the center line.
Oh my god, I'm so scared. He's so scary. Holy shnikes.
Sabine shakes off Mako's attack and returns the paper. The waterbenders slug it out, looking evenly matched, and unleashes a deluge on Bogan that will certainly enlist a foul. Or apparently not. A questionable call by the officials.
Oh, come on, refs! There was some funny business in that last play.
Ugh. Ow!
I don't know what match the refs are watching, but it's obviously not this one.
Dang.
For the 4th year in hold on a second, folks. Scratch that. The
Yes!
but
Oh my god. The strength.
outside to see round 2.
He's so scary.
What's wrong with these refs?
They've been paid off. It's the only explanation. If we're gonna win this thing, it has to be fair and square.
the tiebreaker. Let's go. You and me, pretty boy.
Thought you'd never ask. Come on, little girl.
Whoa!
Chump. Round 2 goes to the fire ferrets.
We might actually win this thing.
Your sweet-tempered father was reincarnated into that girl. She's tough as nails.
You two might get along if you would only give her a chance.
The challengers are showing a lot of heart, but the champs are really starting to find their rhythm now. Equal now for this final round.
Ugh! Stay on!
Too far.
No.
Open your eyes, Rep. For the 4th year in a row, they'll be crowned tournament champion.
Anybody else want to scrap with the champs?
Oh, here we go. Oh. So the real threat now is that they're disguised just amongst the public, the people. Oh god, Tenzin, look out! Look out! Oh god. Oh, F. Oh gosh. The water, no! Oh.
Metal bender cups are dropping like bumbleflies.
Uh-oh.
One of them is in the booth with me right now, folks. I am currently wetting my pants.
Ooh, they're gonna get what they deserve. Oh my god, is he about to put on a show right here? Holy flip. It's amazing that they're not drowning. They got electrocuted in the water, they're unconscious.
You want a piece of the wolf bats? Here it comes. Please don't do this. I'll give you the championship pot. I'll give you everything. Just please don't take my bending.
Oh. More flashbacks.
The wolf bats are your pro-bending champions. 3 bullies who cheated their way to victory. It only took a few moments for me to cleanse them of their impurity. For years, the Equalists have been forced to hide in the shadows. I'm happy to tell you that the time for change.
How are we gonna get out of here?
Just when you need them most.
Benders have possessed an unnatural advantage over ordinary people. Now, anyone can hold the power of a chi blocker in their hand. We will equalize the rest of the world. The revolution has begun!
Yes, great job, buddy. I'm going after Ramon.
Oh flip. Let's go, girl, let's go. Oh shoot. Yes, land! Let's go! What a boss. Teamwork, yes. Ooh, she got him with the fire specifically. Where's Tenzin? I want to see him in action. Yes. Whoa, Lynn's a boss. Oh. Oh, F. Oh. That was almost a Spider-Man moment.
You alright? Fine. Thanks to you. Looks like we lost this one. I played right into his hand.
He played us all. Public City is at war.
Dang! Ah, This is honestly so good. It's so good. Oh my gosh. All right, so definitely getting a clearer picture of Amon's manifesto here and his vendetta and his motives. It's definitely not coming from a place of he just wants equality. He really wants to like bring harm, you know, bring pain. You know, Tano, the opponent, you know, the reigning champions, he was like terrifying. He was taunting Korra and Bolin and the fire ferrets, you know, ready to dunk all over them. Definitely very menacing. But then the second he's in that vulnerability, that position, and his bending is taken away, all of that's gone, and there's just this sheer like desperation and terror and fear. And so that's what Amon actually wants to cause. I enjoy hearing your guys' commentary as well on this, you know, reading what you guys had to say about Amon and what it actually means to take away someone's bending. You know, it's a part of them, so it's not just a plea for, hey, can you please be nicer to us? It's definitely not just that. And the bigger threat here now is, you know, the equalists, you know, blend in with everybody else, with all the other civilians, so they could be anywhere. They clearly, you know, are disguised and snuck into this event, and, you know, even if they're not yet part of the equalist movement, you know, that kind of attitude, that perception of bending, the same desire to want to see benders be equalized, and, you know, kind of stripped of their power, it can exist, you know, in anybody. Another editing theory here, and this might be me reaching, this might be completely irrational, but they made a point to show that Asami is there with her father and she blows Mako a kiss and he blows her one back before the match, but then there's no mention of her or no concern or regard for her after the fact. Like, not even a one-line or throwaway line from Mako, like, I'm gonna go make sure Asami is okay. No acknowledgement of them after the fact. Like, I don't know, this might be a reach, but maybe, just maybe, her dad, her family, with all of their wealth and money, they are funding or they are somehow involved with the equalist movement, and here is Asami now. Like, I don't know, again, I don't know if she's involved or if maybe she's just caught in the sidelines and her dad's involved, but she's, you know, been a civilian allowed to go in behind the scenes with Mako. She knows all the inner workings now. They have a special box seat and everything in the arena, so like, I don't know. That could be totally irrational. But it's clear now, you know, it's painting a better picture of Amon's motivations. You know, he doesn't want to just take people's bending to create equality. Like, he wants to see the benders suffering. So there's definitely a little bit of a difference there. You know, I kind of was contemplating, you know, for example, Bolin and Mako, they have shared experience of losing their family, you know, killed also by a bender, but, you know, they're not retaliating like this. Granted, the two of them are benders, so they probably have a different perspective, you know, they at least have that. But regardless, I feel like they still could have been, you know, equally radicalized by something like that, having a basically shared experience with Amon to see where Amon is coming from, but the two of them don't share any sort of, you know, understanding or empathy with, you know, with his vendetta, and I don't think his end goal here is to just eliminate benders entirely by taking away their power. I think he wants to assert power over them and restructure society in a way where the benders are a minority, and they're inferior, they're powerless, you know, stripped of their bending. And then, of course, now he's alluding to the technology and the advancements that he and his equalists have. I still do think a lot of just normal people who don't want to inflict pain and suffering, you know, non-benders, I do think some of them civilians will be caught in the crossfire of all of this. They're not necessarily seeking to cause harm and inflict pain and have total domination over the world. You know, it's clear that's Amon's end goal. He's not just stopping here, he's not stopping at Republic City, and he's not, you know, asking for a more fair system. He's seeking total domination, so that's definitely become more clear, and obviously paints him as a much more serious threat, knowing that his ambitions are set on not just stopping here, not just stopping at Republic City. I'm curious to see what this will do, what this will set off for the rest of the city, for, you know, the other benders, the authoritative figures, the council, you know, how this will change their tactics, especially since, you know, when Korra had gone to see Amon has been clearly hiding in the shadows. You know, he's kind of been very elusive, seemingly only tapping into the radio here to, you know, send out his message, but nobody has seemingly seen him in action, and so I think this was like his first first public display, his first act publicly of taking somebody's bending away. So, you know, now everyone has seen what Korra saw that struck so much fear in her. So I'm wondering how this will change the game, how this will influence the council, how if at all that they'll change their tactics. And again, there were a few more flashbacks there with Aang, that same setting, that same predicament where we see him lashing out there and seemingly eliminating his opponent, you know, his biggest threat. I'm assuming that these are Avatar, you know, Aang's memories that are racing through her mind in moments like that when she's rendered unconscious. So I wonder if she's even picking up on them, or if they're just flashes, or if, you know, she will confide in Tenzin and express that this is what she's seeing, and if he will elaborate more on what actually happened, you know, in the past when Aang was dealing with a similar threat, how he handled it, if he handled it the right way, if he had regrets about it. That's what I feel like it's leading to. And as we heard Lin say, you know, when she's talking to Tenzin, you know, how did your sweet-natured father end up reincarnated as this teenage girl with an attitude? But it's true, you know, Aang was a gentle, sweet-natured person. How would he have handled it? I'm sure that's, you know, we already had Tarlok kind of whispering that in Tenzin's ear. What would your father have done? That's actually another interesting, you know, juxtaposition, contrast between Aang and Korra. You know, for Aang, the Avatar had been gone for, you know, hundreds of years or whatnot. By the time he came around, he didn't have everybody there chirping in his ear, you know, what would Roku have done? What would Kyoshi have done? You know, like, the Avatar had been dormant for so long and people thought that it didn't exist anymore, you know, that figure, that symbolism. So by the time Aang returned, he was able to, you know, reestablish, you know, the reputation of the Avatar and start anew. And he didn't have anybody in his ear dangling this over him, a new, fresh, recent Avatar. What would your predecessor have done? Versus now, Korra probably is going to have a lot of people chirping in her ear, trying to sway her with the threat of, oh, what would Aang have done? You know, that kind of comparison. You know, Aang didn't necessarily have that shadow hanging over him because it had been so long, versus Korra's freshly here, you know, on the tails of Aang's career. Korra has to act on her own, you know, what she believes, obviously trying to uphold, you know, Aang in that memory, but she is the Avatar now, so it's not what Aang would have done, it's what Korra's gonna do. So I'll be curious to see how Tenzin has influence on that, if he opens up about, you know, Aang's past, mistakes he made. I'm not saying based on these flashbacks that we're seeing of him again in that shot from the previous episode, just all this rage and aggression in his expression that is just totally anti-Aang. It's so unlike him. But my prediction, though, is that perhaps, you know, they will find parallels in these two scenarios, you know, these two conflicts for both Aang and Korra, that perhaps he handled things in a manner that he regretted or wouldn't have done if it weren't for people pressuring him. And Korra, I'm sure, is going to have a lot of pressure now. It's mounted, I'm sure. The public outcry, the campaign now to eliminate Amon is probably more the urgency here to, you know, expedite the elimination of Amon and the Equalists, or at least find a solution, is definitely going to be weighing on Korra. So it'll be interesting to see. I hope to see more of, you know, Tenzin coming into play there, to kind of guide her through, or at least share more about his dad with her and his dad's struggles. And I love that they're not afraid to lean into the fact that Korra feels fear. She feels terrified. She feels very vulnerable right now. And she, already being fearful, already knowing what Amon was capable of, and trying to bottle this up and hide it and put on a brave face because everyone saw her as this protective figure, you know, now she really does have to kind of be that brave face for the people. So I'm sure the pressure is just going to mount even more, but it's going to be interesting to see her navigate this with perhaps a Bender army, you know, currently enlisting in the works. 6 more episodes to go, so I will see you in the next few reactions as we wrap up season 1. But until then, thank you guys so very much for watching. Hope you guys are doing so well as always, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye guys.